Hey guys, it's Gadget. And you see this whiteboard behind me, it's so that it can muffle some sound or anything, because I really want to talk to you guys. Now, I'm going to turn down the TV because it's the Voyager episode where they go back in time and in the last episode. So I always wanted to see that fully. I thought I turned it down enough so you couldn't hear, but I want to at least hear it because I don't want it copyrighted. First let me check something because there's something in my recycling bin, I don't know why. Okay, delete that out. I don't know why it's two documents. Delete that out. Okay. Alright. Just checking something real quick. Okay. So they're in the future now. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. Ignore my eyebrows, the way they look and everything. This was scratched up and everything, but I'm doing this pre-taped because I need to put the age restriction on it because of what content I'm going to talk about. And I need to clear the air about everything because I'm tired of people making fake profiles and all this other stupid stuff because they basically think that it's okay to put their life views onto me. And I hate that, okay? Because everyone keeps telling me after I write this book to write another book about how I grew up being dyslexic and how my family the way it is and everything, but that's a later date because there's too many still touchy subjects in it and everything. So, what do I talk about here? Well, for starters, I am dead broke, so that's why my hair looks a little funny, because this is all the highlights growing out and everything, because I can't get my hair highlighted because it's too weak and everything. And if you notice, there is a red tinge to my hair. But yet, if I get it highlighted, it goes straight to blonde. Now, people think, oh, this is prettier, this is everything. I don't like it. Because my red hair fell out when I was 6 months old and came in this color, but thanks to steroids and everything that was put for my knee, it ended up this color. But it's not red. It's red, but it's not red. It's a weird thing. It's not even ginger. Alright? And a bunch of arguments with somebody at the same time. Because they wanted this hair color on me and not this hair color. But this is my hair color. Go figure. Okay? Also, because of the way YouTube has been, how do we put it, battling its content and everything, it's hard to talk about stuff when you're vlogging because recently one of the other vloggers came on and talked about how he couldn't curse, he couldn't whatever and everything. And I try my best because most people use this for a form of money and everything because they're doing their life show, they're doing their version of what we had on MTV and everything back in the 80s and stuff. So yeah, my thing about this is it started out as a school project, like I've been telling you for the past years of everything. And it just really got to the points where I forget what episode I'm up to now because most of the time I'm doing live things. But this one I wanted to talk about because everyone keeps having this weird impression that they know me, and they don't. Like, there's some subject matters that I would love to talk about here and go into detail, but then you're going to get the pond scum coming out of the woodwork. But, like with the recent situation and everything, now that I gave him a year and he didn't prove to anybody, like, he basically just proved to everybody that he's a coward, right? All these guys are coming out of the woodwork now, thinking that I am free range or fair game, and I'm like, no. Okay? No. Mm-mm. And I've been saying that in my live feeds and everything, right? So, when people find out other things about me, my quirks and everything, they also think I'm too weird for them, too this. Everyone seems to think that I have to be what they want and not work with me or anything, right? So, I had posed this question to one of my new friends on Facebook. And I gotta check and see because I might have to charge my phone because of everything, because the battery is dying on it and stuff. But I had posed a question to one of my new friends on Facebook because I figured since he's talking to me and everything, you know, I figured he's trying to be a friend, you know? Really cool and everything, right? So I had posed a question to him about what happened. Because He's cute and all and everything, but just like everybody else I know, they live over in the UK, and I mean, it's weird, because I don't even know if he watches my vlogs and everything, but I had posed a question because of everything. And the dumb question I had asked was, hey, can I ask a dumb question? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, or no. But what is it with guys from England or the UK and how they relate to girls they like? Asking because guy friends I know in the UK act differently from my guy friends here in the USA. Yet both say the one thing they look for in a girl is a friend, best friend, and good in bed. What is your view on guys and what they want? Could it be an age or generation? Could it be age or generation? I want to know to see where I went wrong with this last one, but my guy friends say it was him and not me. Also, I didn't want to scare you off by asking. I just needed to understand why when someone says they want you and then goes back on their word. Most guys I meet or talk with either think I'm trying to get with them or think they don't have a shot because of how I speak. I really want a guy who will keep their word and be honest, even in a friend too. Sad thing is with the last guy, he missed out on what could have happened in bed with me. Like my guy friend said, he would have been one happy man. All right? And we talked about it and everything. And basically, he and I were just like, because I figured someone who's not in knowing what's going on, only just sees my side of it and everything, and just to ask a question. And we talked about it and everything. He talked about his stuff, and I talked about mine. And it's basically like people want to type. Okay, I understand, and I don't understand because, yeah, we all have a type that we gravitate to, I should say. And that's what I was talking about. Like, I don't get it, though, because once we get our type, they throw us away. So, like, this is the funniest thing about my type and everything, because once I understood what types are and everything and stuff because of being the way I am, because being an empath, I don't really have a type. I have a preference or a like that I gravitate to, if that's what it is. And that's usually the David Tennant, Daniel Radcliffe, the geeky but strong, but I don't know, it's something with the personality maybe or the aura they give off. Because me being an empath, I'm actually feeling what the real person is doing, not what they're portraying. It's weird, okay? But I do like David Tennant's look, and I do like, maybe because he's my age group or something, I don't know. All I know is that that's what I gravitate to a lot. And if you look at all my exes things, it's a mixed bag of everything, but it's always more so now, more David Tennant, more, and stuff like that. And just trying to figure everything out, right? So I don't know if that's a type or if that's just something because I'm feeling what his aura is or anything like that. Because a lot of times I gravitate the other way and everything. If you see some of my ex's pictures, but most of them always have the glasses, or they're like the smart one, the wisecracker, you know what I mean? That's why everyone thought that all my exes were perfect for me, except they all disappeared. You know, thinking the grass was greener. Now that crack about bed and everything and stuff, that's where I have to put this on age restricted if I go there. Because I can do this with all innuendos and make it that I don't have to have this age restricted. But that's why I like going on live, because you guys can ask me that. And I want to do, like I said, my followers are starting to grow. Okay. And I don't know if it's people just getting curious or want to know what's going on. But when I do live, I ask you guys, ask me any questions, get to know me and everything. I'll answer them live because YouTube can't tweak it, you know? But I can basically here do innuendos, or if I do a Skype call in pre recorded or anything, you guys can ask questions and stuff. But it's one of those where we were talking about that. And yeah, I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think he is adorable and everything because of how he portrays himself in his writing. I just started talking with him. I had seen him always on Facebook because of my other mutual friends, and I always liked his profile. I like the pictures he takes and everything, right? But after like typing with him and stuff, I know he's like in the same boat probably where I am. He's curious, but maybe because of his past, he doesn't want to, the distance, everything. But we just started talking. So that's where it throws people because I talk in the future sense, and that's because of me being the psychic, the seer, or however you say it, because a lot of people cringe because of different religions, how they say it, because a prophet is a psychic, is a seeker. It depends on how your perception of the word is and everything. So I already see some things in the future, and it's me trying to piece them together or anything like that. Like a good example is with the last one, he had a friend who had the same name as his sister's nickname. So I'm thinking this person is having a child, meaning his sister, but it turns out it's his friend that's having the child. Because sometimes things come through and we have to distinguish it, but it's hard when people have the same names, same, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you know? So yeah. So we were talking, and he works a lot like me and everything. So basically, it's good to have like a friend like that where you can talk about things and stuff. And I just don't want him to be scared to ask me anything and stuff. That's the thing. A lot of guys, that's why I said that, because a lot of guys think that the way I talk to them, oh, you want to be my girlfriend right away, or my boyfriend, quick, 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 right? No, no, right? Or oh, they're stuck in the friend zone because of how I'm speaking and everything. If you just ask me what I think, blurt it out, be blunt or anything, you might get an answer you like. Or you might get an answer that is a wait and see or something, you know? Either way, you would get an answer instead of feeling like you've been dismissed. What people do to me, they always dismiss me. They always say my opinion doesn't matter and everything. And it was nice to see somebody who actually responded back, because I said you didn't have to answer this. And he's curious, and that's pretty nice about him and everything. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that could be the start of a very good friendship and everything. And who knows what could happen after. Well, technically, I know what could happen if he asked a question or something. He could just be blunt with me and everything. And that's somebody I'm talking to right now. And then, like, my other guy friends that live in the UK and everything. One of my other friends, he finally got Instagram, and his kids have gotten so big and everything. And I really miss talking with him, you know? And yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot of guy friends because growing up, I was the youngest in my class because everyone got left back. So the girls were always older than me. And when I was still playing with action figures and dolls and, stuff like that, being a 6-year-old kid, everyone was like 7, 8, 9 years old. And then it got to the point where I'm 12, 13, and these people are already like 16 years old dating, and everyone's looking at me strange. So most of the guys were my age, and they took care of me like their little sister and everything. So yeah, so that was the other complex. Like, they don't want to date their sister or anything. So yeah, so basically, and then you got the problem where there's these guys that want to be my friend because they think they can get with me, and I'm like, no. They're only interested in the one thing that my guy friends talk about that makes everyone happy, and no, no, you have to be my friend first. You have to get to know me first. And that's what threw everyone off with the last one, with Christopher and everything, with Christopher Graham John Fuel. I have to be clear because you want to know how many friends I have with, oh God. And plus all the things that happen with people with the same name as him. All right. I will count how many Christophers I know, and you will see why this is hell for people when I talk about people. Didn't you get rid? No, this is my friend. This is my. Oh God, yeah, it's hell. All right, let me go to my friends list, and I'm gonna put in the C's so I can tell you how many I know, and I'll try to show it on here, but I really want to protect their privacy. You know what I mean? And stuff. But let's see. Let's go to my page because I have to do this quick because I have to work the rest of the week, and I'm all thrown off and everything and stuff like that. So where's my friends list? Okay, see friendships. Let's see. CHR. Actually, I got because I hate when people shorten their names. So let's just go to the C's. And I'll tell you, because I also have a cousin, Christopher. So this is where it gets interesting, Okay, so okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's find all the C's, the Christophers. I actually know 3 Charles. 3. Okay? Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I know 18 Christophers. 18. 18. That's including my cousin and some friends. And including the person who has the same name as Christopher Graham John Field. Christopher Graham John Field would have made 19. 18 Christophers. Okay? So yeah. It's a very popular name. The same like 3 Charles I know. And forget about Tonys and Anthonys. Forget that. I'm Italian. Okay? Oh, half Italian. And the Irish. Okay? So yeah. So people are just really interesting when it comes to things and stuff. So what else is going on? Well, I'm also waiting for Rick and Morty to be on, but I wanted to talk to you guys, like I said, about what I discussed. And I didn't say much or anything because I'm not going to reveal all that we talked about. But it's comforting to know that someone wants to talk with me and isn't at this point looking for a relationship. You know what I mean? They want to be the concerned friend or acquaintance. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's pretty cool because I haven't had that in a while because every person that I've talked with just wants to rush everything and be the happy person, if you get my drift. And then ditch me after 2 months because they don't want a relationship. They don't want commitment and they're scared of it and everything because they think they're being held back. And they're not really, because what if you did find the one? And all because your friends tell you that it's wrong. Same thing like if you find the one and you want, it's okay. Things that are meant to be usually end up happening in a pattern or a way that you're right person, wrong time situation. Like some of my exes became my brothers and my friends. Some just left and never returned. And it didn't break me in the sense people think, because they don't understand my method of things. And that's where people get it wrong with me. I have these quirks. I have ways of dealing with lost sympathy and pain because of how I was brought up. I have so many ways that are different that people say, how do you do this? How do you? Because it's my method. I'm not you. So why base how I deal with things on what you do? If you don't understand, ask me why I do things. A lot of people got mad at me because I still have his album up, or because I was posting pictures, but those were happy times. Like I said, you can't outrun drama and you can't outrun happiness. You can't have just one. And this thing of throwing people away because others don't like them, that's wrong too, and that's what happened to me. Is it going to make me upset and everything? Yes, because once again, someone thought the grass was greener on the other side. Their friends think they can control everything they do. They lied to their friends, stuff like that. So that's why when I asked that question to this friend I'm going to call, because I'm going to call them a friend now, because they answered it in a way that they are an acquaintance, but they are a friend. It would be nice if I can meet this friend in person and everything, but due to the distance and everything, the same like my other guy friends, I can't meet some of them because of distance. And it's sad because I really want to meet them. And what else is everything? Well, there's also the fact everyone's like, as soon as Christopher was out of my life, they said, oh, now you got to go jump in the bed with something. I was like, no. Or these guys come knocking, or they're calling me. I have an air horn over here because of all the calls that I had gotten during the time with Christopher and everything, right? Now I'm using that air horn again for all the guys that are like, let's give an example. Ring, ring, ring. Hi. Hey, long time no hear, buddy. I'm like, really? Yeah, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. Like, ding. Yeah, guys are coming out of the woodwork that I haven't heard from in 6 months. Or we're on my Facebook page and like, oh, good, she's fair game. No, 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 no. See, that's where guys get it wrong too with me. I'm still pissed off at things. You have to tread lightly. I did give him a year, but that doesn't mean you get to pull the same antics that he does or act like a stupid idiot, you know? I needed to breathe, and these people wouldn't let me breathe. And even after, like I said, I was doing an update. Remember, I gave him until the 21st, 22nd, right? To decide if he was going to be a human being. Today is the 27th, okay? And in this time frame, I have gotten calls from people apologizing because they thought he was going to be a stand-up person and prove everybody wrong that he's not a coward, sadistic, and everything, right? But he proved me right. And that's why he lost and his friends lost. Because all he had to do was tell the truth. And he won't do that. His pride got in the way. And I mean by pride is pride of little people that treat him like the lion cub who control everything he does, as well as his lies and everything. So he's going to have to live with it, not me. And I shouldn't be afraid to talk to people and guys because I know who I am and I want people to know that too. So like I said, he would have been one happy person based on what my guy friends say because they know, because I talk bluntly to my guy friends. They said that if it wasn't for their wives or girlfriends, yeah. But some of them are my exes, so they know they can't have a second chance. The reason why the other one got away with it because he fixed his mistakes all the time, but he was only my friend at the time. And friends are allowed to leave and come back because they're trying to find themselves. But when you take that next step, you better be ready for that next step. Because once you mess it up there, it's how you resolve it, is how you step back or step forward. And many of you guys get it wrong with me. Because you allow people to make you leave and think, oh, she'll just, no. No, it doesn't work that way. He had to resolve it himself. So what happens now? He loses. Because, say the guy I'm talking to now, I'll use him as an example, would like to ask me out or ask me a question. Heck, I wouldn't mind. Because he didn't have to answer my question. He didn't have to respond back to me knowing what's been going on. Same like some other guys I'm talking to. But it's how you present yourself to me that makes me say, okay, I can trust this person. Or, you know what? They're a good friend. I don't know if I'll ever have a boyfriend again. Because that's the thing. I'm always running for them, doing things for them. But no one has ever done anything for me. And yes, there are a few people who do say they want to be there for me and everything. And they're more than welcome to come over. But they swear up and down there's no intent to be, they just want to be a friend. But the problem is that there's also the catch of, I understand you want to be a friend, but I don't understand how you want to be a friend when everybody else abandons me all the time and claims they're my friend. So, and like, I don't want the good friends to come over to this and have my mother yell at them or my father yell at them or anybody yell at them because they want to know everything that is going on in my life because they don't know how to stay out of my life. So I don't subject people to that unless they are strong enough. And a lot of my friends who claim that want to be here for me aren't strong enough to deal with them. And that's how I lost a lot of friends. So that's why I don't have people come over. Unless you are strong enough, I'll give you a good example. My friend had come over. She lives in Boston. She brought one of her other friends. My friend is a shy type, quiet and everything, right? But she does have a mouth. But she knows how to present herself and everything. Her friend was a wild-eyed, didn't care about anything, didn't realize that it's an apartment building, left pins that my cat could, everything, stuff like that. Introduced them to my mother, and my mother felt the other girl, the wild girl, was more appropriate than my friend. Meanwhile, the other girl was very rude, very obnoxious. So you see what I mean? How viewpoints are skewed. My mother would have someone who is rude and obnoxious and abusive around me, then have someone who is kind to me and everything. But because they're quiet and, I can't have them because I don't want to lose them. Same goes for guys. The minute the guys see my family, they run. And that's part of what Christopher did. He ran. He ran. And what does that say about people? One of my guy friends called me up. Not Spencer, because I'm thinking about Spencer, because Spencer said something else too. And said to me after he saw the video that I had put out on the 22nd, going into the 23rd, he said, "You are one brave girl, and these guys don't know what they lost. And I hope the next guy treats you like gold. And if he comes from afar, I hope he brings you your blue roses, your peanut shoes, and everything else that you claim you love and everything. And you'll get that locket one day." Now, that's another thing. There's a running gag with a locket. But give me a sec, guys. Because Spencer said something similar, and I'm just thinking about Spencer. Because Spencer always wanted to marry me. He said he bought a ring and everything. But I didn't believe he bought a ring because I think it was just all talk to try to make me get mad. Because he had this thing. He always wanted to get me mad so that I would not cry. Okay? And he was upset with Christopher as well. And you guys all know this and everything. But he also said too, it's like, someone's gonna finally listen. Someone's gonna finally be strong enough to take care of all this. Sorry, just thinking about him. And see, I hate that. I thought I was getting stronger, but I got my heart broken twice. By Christopher and by Spencer dying. Yeah. Not a good year. Okay. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. So yeah. So it was nice to have a conversation with someone. And I hope he is interested in talking with me more and everything. Because I like hearing things like that. I mean, if he wants to talk with me, that's fine and everything. But it'd be nice, you know what I mean, if I can get more people like that just want to talk and not blame me for what went on, Because that's the thing. People like to blame me for their fuck-ups and everything. Ugh. Sorry. Spencer and a few others was the rare few. And, oh yeah, joke about the locket. Alright. Well, ever since I was little, even before anything, I always wanted a locket. I know, I was a weird kid. And everyone would ask me, "Why do you want a locket?" "To keep my secrets inside." I always thought a locket was a secret. And people used to say, "Where did she come up with this locket? She's never seen a locket. How does she know about lockets," right? And then Annie came out. And then we started getting lockets when Annie, the movie, came out and everything, right? So Christopher had teased me and said, "Listen, get a locket. We'll take a picture. We'll put it in." All right? So when I always said there's never going to be a chance for us to take a picture, right? And when I went to go out to the UK, we had a chance to take the pictures, but either he wasn't smiling or I wasn't smiling or they were so dumb and everything. And after what happened, the locket finally arrived because I had ordered the locket and it wasn't going to make it in time because I would have brought it out with me and had it all fixed and everything, right? So it came when I got back and we were still on sort of good terms in the sense of we were trying to resolve it so that when he comes here, and that's the idea, he was coming here, right? But his friends got involved with it and but it was bullied and I said, I'm done because we thought it was, you know what I mean, right? but I had already done the locket, and I'm trying to get the locket without making a mess or anything because it's around here. And my light is hot. Okay. Okay. So this was already made before everything had happened, and I had a picture of him, but I didn't have a picture of me because nothing was really like, you know what I mean? So I had gotten one done when I went for my Legend of Traveling TARDIS scavenger hunt for Doctor Who and everything. So basically finally had finished it. And that's what it had looked like. Right? No sooner did I finish it, he pulled what he pulled. And basically I have a locket that was, yeah, you know? Let's see if I can put this on without burning myself again. There we go. Okay. So yeah, but like anything, there was the happy time. So yeah, I can keep the locket. I mean, there was also one for, like, I was gonna have a special locket made where you could open up things, but that was just like that to keep him, Spencer, you know, stuff like that. But it didn't work out that way. I mean, I have a couple of other ones here and everything. I have an antique one. I have my Wiccan one. They're all over. I don't know if you could get in the camera shot. I don't think it can. But I have a few others. And many other things that I thought were going to happen. You know, because you think somebody's actually going to step up, you know? So yeah, so what does that leave me now? Well, moving on with life that I've been for the past year. It's just that I give people a chance to fix their mistakes. Dealing with people and their views of how I should have broken up with him. Even though he broke up with me on the trip and is doing the Big Bang Theory Amy and Sheldon story, saying that I did it, and nope, he did. What else? I'm talking with people. I'm dealing with getting surgery done. I'm still waiting because I couldn't do it. Surgery was supposed to be this Tuesday, so basically couldn't do that with the way my job is and everything. Working on everything else, getting ready for Comic-Con, trying to get rid of all the stuff in here. It's getting there. And on a mouse hunt, trying to catch a mouse. Because my cat is done. He don't want to catch anything anymore. He stopped playing Pokemon a long time ago. Pokemouse, I should say. Gotta drown them all is the way he was doing it. He was drowning them in his water dish. Oh, man. But like I said, many times, many guys, everything, they think the grass is greener on the other side. So I wanted to clear the air on that and let you guys know that he still did not resolve it. His friends are in shock that he didn't resolve it. The ones that'll admit that they called me. Because they really thought, by the way he would talk about me and the way he acts, they really thought he was going to be an adult. Talked about it with somebody who helped me clear the air on things, and just got to move on with everything. And people keep claiming that someone new is going to come in. Yeah, someone is going to come into my life, but it's on it's going to be on my terms, and they got to be willing to work with me. So right now, Rick and Morty had just started. So I'm going to basically, because I also want to try to watch Voyager. Let me just check something real quick. You know? I want to see what the episode's about. It's an interesting one. But yeah. So yeah. Now my eye is like, go forget it, because I was crying. Alright. So, if you guys ever see me go live, make sure you subscribe and everything and stuff. Or make sure you subscribe while you're watching this. Because I know you guys are watching. And you do take to heart some of it. And also a reminder to those, this is how dumb people are. Okay. If you are blocked on my block list because you were one of those fun people who know Christopher Graham John Fuel, family that does things, and any other person who has caused me harm and has me had to have YouTube call the United Kingdom police and my police on people. Your comments will not be seen. So give up and don't write any. And don't make any fake profiles because YouTube's already on top of that. It already blocked out a few of them. At the same time, if you think you know what he's thinking, unfungul. Because guess what? He could be lying to your face. You don't know the whole story. You'll never know the whole story because he'll never tell the truth. And he will live with that. As for me, he is just like any of my other exes that he swore he wouldn't be. Rotten, pond scum, sadistic who thinks the grass is greener on the other side. And I'm not a bitter bitch like he says. Because he lied. I did nothing wrong to him, and he knows that. And eventually that guilt will eat at him. Because just like anybody else who's guilty of a crime or guilty of doing something wrong, it will eat at you eventually, and you will get caught. I owned up to everything, including what the lawyer did and my friends have done, to help me in this mess. And I had to reiterate it again one more time, because you guys don't get it. I am not pining over him, nor do I care what he does. But it seems that every time he lies, I find out about it. Like when he made a video claiming he's in so much pain but yet can run around Cardiff for his birthday. So, your little friend is a lying bastard and a spoiled brat at that. And until he decides to tell the truth, that's how I'm going to see him for the rest of my life. And until he does right by me, everything he touches will fail. Because it'll fail by his own hands and his own admission of the guilt. Because he has lied to all of you. He has called me a bitch. But he is scared of me because he knows I will smack the shit out of him for telling him. But at the same time, I am beyond that point because I am not stooping to his level, so he can think that. Because that's the way his friends taught him. That is the way he manipulated everyone. So let me be happy because you got him back. He didn't want to be a chapter in a book, but he is now. And the names have been changed. So you guys will never know who's who. But at the same time, that's what happened on the trip. I wrote it down. I have pictures that you guys claim I stole, which I really took, in the sense of with my camera. Because that's what you guys like to do. Make up stories and lies. And so does he. As for you guys wanting to leave the comments once again, if you are blocked, you cannot. So go away. If you are happy with what I'm putting out as content, then subscribe and like. Because a lot of times here people get the message and it teaches others how to deal with others who have hurt them because of their own personal gain or manipulation. I will not be manipulated. Had to deal with that my whole life. I thought this person would be different, but he is not. And let me have my joy of talking with people. Let me have the chance to get to know people and be friends with them. Because if they want more, I'm open to the sense of ask me and you may get a good answer. I'm not rushing into anything. I like to take my time. And I thought with 4 years of being friends and everything else, I thought it was time. Since everyone saw it. But clearly, he really did not. And by his silence and everything else, it just proved to everyone who called me and apologized that I was right and they were wrong. So everyone lost in this. Because I didn't win either, because I lost someone who I cared about. And if you guys think I didn't really care about him, think about it. I was the one going to the consulate to try to get his ass here when Obama would not let him in. So don't pull this Trump thing and all this other stuff or anything like that. Obama wouldn't let him in. So enjoy your lives, people. Stay out of mine. And if you are watching Christopher Graham John Fuel, fix it. I gave you a year to fix it. And yet you still managed to disappoint me. You spoiled, rotten brat. You sadistic person who thinks that it's okay to hurt others because you want the sympathy. It's not right. You ain't disabled. You know what you're doing. And as for my new friends that see this and everything, and as for my friends that are on Facebook who see this, I have a method to my madness and how I deal with loss, despair, and everything because of how I was brought up. Do not base your life's experiences on my life's experiences and how you deal with breakups and relationships and everything, because I am not the wham bam, thank you ma'am, who jumps into bed with the next thing. I am very picky and I have high standards, and I'm going to keep it that way. Because I am tired of the pond scum who sends me pictures of things that I don't need to see. Because they're desperate for a one-night stand. No, thank you. I'm going to be 41 years old and I want a relationship with someone who wants to be my friend, my best friend, my boyfriend, and maybe years down the road, a husband. Because I'd like a guy to last more than 2 minutes, more than 2 months, 3 months before they think the grass is greener on the other side, because they still don't get to know because of fighting. You can't outrun drama, people. There are fights in relationships. It's how you resolve them, is how you know who's the strongest and who's the weakest, or who's the equally matched person in your life. I've met all these guys and they've been weak because I've been strong. But I come off weak to them and they come off strong to others. Because people like me are not empaths. They don't see, thank you, what I see. And what I see is someone who lost out on an opportunity that someone else is going to take if they ask the right questions and show that they are strong enough to deal with my demons that I have here. Because everyone has demons and everyone has angels. Everyone follows a different path, but still remains on there to end up with the person they're meant to be. We learn from each other. Right person, wrong time? Maybe. But who knows? All I know is that I told you I would do a wrap-up of everything. And after today, because like I said, the person I'm talking to said it nicely to me and everything, he's down the same road I am. He doesn't, you know what I mean? So I think I found a very good friend in the person I asked that question to. Why are guys different in the UK from the United States and vice versa? And he gave the best answer. So yeah, he sounds a lot like Spencer too. That's the funny part. So maybe, you don't know, maybe I can hang out with him one day. I did offer for him to come to New York Comic Con when he gets a chance. He has a place to stay here, you know? So yeah, I'm fine, people. These tears are not because of what happened. They're because I still am mourning the loss of my best friend. And not Christopher Graham John Field, but Spencer J. Rhines. Because he was the one person that treated me fairly. Even his friends, who didn't even know me, treated me fairly. Yet Christopher's friends couldn't wait to get rid of me. So, once again, I got the stupid tears, but they're not stupid. And I want to go watch Rick and Morty, as well as other things. Get ready for work. And hope you guys get the message. He did wrong by me. Yet I still forgive him, and all of you. When are you going to forgive yourselves? That's what I want to know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the days and everything. And like I said, if he's well enough to run around Carter for his birthday, he ain't sick.